Good morning, Australia.
Good afternoon, Texas.
Hey,
How
tell
are
me
you
how
going
tomorrow.
today?
I'm great. I'm great. Tell me
I
how
love your
tomorrow
hat.
looks. Oh, well,
Uh,
look, Iva.
yeah.
Tell me how tomorrow
Well,
looks.
tomorrow looks really good outside. I've just woken up and it's quite sunny. And after this, I'm going to go for a bit of a run.
Oh, you are. Well, good, good.
It's about
Well,
80. It's going to be about 80 degrees today.
well, you know what? It's going to be about 76 to 78 degrees here in Texas today. We're having a
Wow.
warm day. Yeah, I am so ready for it. I
At least
cannot.
you won't freeze like last year.
Oh, no, we had a cold week last week. But no freezes like last year. You're right. We had a bad one last year, but today is beautiful and it's sunny. So you and I are kind of sharing the same weather today. That's really cool. I
Cool.
like that. Well,
Yeah.
listen, on today's broadcast, what we've got is a young, new iridologist.
Yay.
It's very, very important, I think, and I think you agree with me, that aside from just talking to our well-seasoned iridologist, we need to be talking to our newbies, our new
Absolutely.
graduates. It's
They're
important.
so cool.
It's important. So I would like for us to highlight a couple of shows where we have newer graduates on and talking to them about their short time that they're spending, the short time that they've spent doing iridology, because I think that's just as important as our seasoned.
Absolutely. And these guys are the iridologists, they're going to take iridology further and further.
That's right. That's right. Well, do you want to spin the globe?
Yes.
Spin the globe.
And it's in your time zone.
It is in my time zone. You know what? It's on my side of the world.
It is
Of course,
on the
it's
side
in
of
my
the world. In your time zone. It would take about 10 hours to drive there, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Gosh, you're good. You are so good.
Oh, yeah. I know my geography.
Yes, you do. You really do.
I love a good road trip.
And the lady that we are going to talk to today, she's in the same state as our IPA home office.
Oh, the famous Patty. Wow.
Yeah, but cool. What's the state?
It's Alabama.
Alabama. So
yeah.
Come on, Lisa, come on down and talk to us. There's Lisa Rayburn right there.
Hello.
Right there.
Hello,
hey,
Lisa.
How are you doing, Lisa?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. We've got some burning questions for you today.
Okay.
Chris, do you want to start off?
Yeah, I do. Lisa, how long have you been doing iridology?
Well, I have been certified for a year and 4 months, but I have been dabbling in iridology for almost 5 years.
Good.
Great.
That's good.
Yep. And what inspired you to be an iridologist?
Well, my iridologist actually, I was working for a chiropractor at the time, and I had some patients to come in, and they had been to see their iridologist, and I'd never heard of it before. And so I asked them questions, and they were telling me how much that she helped them. So that inspired me, and I made an appointment with her, and I was having some issues that, wasn't getting any help from the regular doctors. So I decided to give her a chance, and she told me, what my issues were and what would correct them. And I got to feeling better. It was amazing.
Awesome.
I was amazed at how much better I felt. I felt like me again.
And that was 5 years ago.
Now, that was actually probably 15 years ago.
Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been lots of seeds sown all the way through. Yeah.
Yes, it has. It has.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yep.
And who did you study with?
Brenda Generali.
Awesome. Yay.
Brenda's a good instructor. She's a great instructor.
She's awesome.
Yep. Well, we're so excited to have Brenda on our side.
Mm-hmm.
She's really educating a lot of students these days.
She is.
Mm-hmm. So Lisa, what would you say, since I know it's just been a short time you've been doing this, but what would you say that your favorite sign to see in the eye happens to be? What would that be?
I would say the pupil flattenings.
Oh,
because
okay.
because I did work for a chiropractor for so many years. When I see those flattenings in the people, then I know exactly, what to tell them to do and how
Exactly.
much that will help them. So I think that's my favorite sign.
Oh, I love that.
Fantastic.
I love
That's
that.
awesome. So
Yeah,
you
because
so
that can correct
you
a whole
tell
lot
the
of issues.
Mhm.
okay. So you look at the eyes and you tell the chiropractors where to adjust.
Well, I ask them, are you having any pain in your neck area or your thoracic or lumbar? And when they confirm that they are, then I ask them if they have a chiropractor. And if they do, then I ask them, how often that they see them. And if they don't, I suggest, that they do need to see a chiropractor, because that can correct so many issues and
Yeah.
get them feeling better just, practically instantly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'd
Awesome.
like to ask you a little side question here. This, well, this wasn't planned. This is off the cuff. But when you're talking to people about chiropractics, and they're automatically thinking, "Oh no, they're going to crack my neck, or they're going to pop me, and it's going to scare me. I don't like all that." How do you help ease them into that when you're suggesting chiropractics? What is it that you might say that would help them feel assured or comfortable about it?
Mhm. Well, I tell them that, it may hurt for a little while for the first time. And that's because we always told our patients that, the bones are mad at you. You've taken them out of their comfort zone and put them back in place.
Mhm.
But, that won't last long. Tell them that, it probably won't hurt, and then it's going to feel so much better, after that. Because my chiropractor, he'd always knew when to do the adjustment. He could feel, when those muscles relaxed.
Mhm.
And I just, try to tell them that, and don't be afraid, that you will be so glad that you went and got an adjustment.
Mhm. Very good.
Awesome.
Good.
And do you have your own clinic, or do you work with a chiropractor, or?
I do not. I actually went to see my chiropractor today, so but I do not have my own clinic.
Okay. Well, I wonder if you could work with a chiropractor. That'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it?
That would I would love that, actually.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
That's
think
that'd be a whole
that
new industry.
yep,
Yes,
yep.
sir.
I would really like to see some of the chiropractors out there take advantage of working with an iridologist, working hand in hand with them,
Mhm.
and right alongside of them, because I think that would be an awesome blending of
Mhm.
business
I
for
do too.
the client. Yeah, and I would even like to see more chiropractors come on board and become iridologists.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Iridologists.
I have talked with him, with my iridologist now. I'm sorry, with my chiropractor now, because the one that I worked for, he passed away. But my current I'm so sorry, my current chiropractor, I have talked with him about it, and he knows all about iridology.
Mhm,
He has an iridologist, but they don't work together.
mhm, mhm,
But maybe he'll be willing in time
mhm.
to work.
Yeah.
Be a good marriage of business.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Lisa, we're to that point in our little show where we kind of play a little game, and it's a little Q&A. Inquiring minds want to know. So we have our little board here. And
Okay.
we'll let you pick a number off that board, and we'll go for it.
Okay.
Choose
From
a
1 to
number
36.
between 1 and 36.
Okay. Number one.
Number one.
Ooh.
Well,
Love that.
she's not messing around, is she?
No.
All right. Let's see what number one is going to tell us. All right. Here. Oh, good question. Good question. What was the best piece of advice given to you by your iridology instructor?
Okay, Miss Brenda Generali always told us to promote, promote, promote. Do something every day. She instilled that in us, and to, believe in what you do.
Oh, beautiful words. Love it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, what did your iridology instructor tell you?
Well, my initial iridology instructor, I studied iridology back in 1994, and she taught me to love the eye. But when I first studied with, after I became a naturopath and first studied with Tony Miller, she just taught me that every eye is beautiful, and I just love that because there's no eye that's not perfect. Like people look at you saying, "Is my eye okay?" And it's like, yeah, it's awesome. And then like every eye is. I really see as every eye as being perfect, and I love that.
Well, back in 95, I studied with Dr. Bernard Jensen. And I remember the first thing he said, and I tell people this all the time. I've written this in some of my books, but when he got to the podium, he stood up and he addressed the students in the class, and there were about 150 of us. It was a huge, huge class. And he stood up and he looked across the sea of people and he said, I'll never forget it, and I use this all the time, doctors make a living by the way you choose to live.
True.
I mean, that was one of those mic drop moments. And it was it was so quiet in the room you could have heard a pin drop.
Yeah.
And I know we all went, we just had that moment. But because it was one of those, let me think about what you just said. And then he repeated it. And the second time he said that, it was like ingrained in me at that moment. It was written on my heart. And my heart took a picture I will never forget. I will never, ever forget that. And those words have stayed with me. So I love that. And I use that with my clients.
That's great.
Yeah, it was a memorable moment.
I love that.
Yeah.
True.
Well, Lisa, we thank you for being on Iridology Around the World. And just to let you know, this will be seen all around the world. We're not kidding. We're not kidding.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely to meet you.
Yes.
It is so nice to meet you, and thank you both for having me. It was an honor.
And I love your backdrop. I really love your backdrop.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Cool.
All right. Well, Lisa, good luck to you as you make your way in iridology, and many blessings to you.
Thank you.
And we want to continue working with you through IPA. So, just stick with us. Stick with us. Yeah. We love our students.
And next time I'm in Alabama, I might get you to check my pupils.
All right. I look forward to that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.